Oh hey, it's Barry, and of course we all know that game preservation has been a really important and pertinent topic in the gaming community as of recent times, considering how many games that came out live service and went offline within a couple months, within a couple years. We lose so many gaming experiences by the day. Games like The Culling, Marvel's Avengers, Evolve, Knockout City, Lawbreakers, so many cool games just come and go. And of course, game preservation is a bit more complicated than how it seems on the surface. And it's just really unfortunate to see all these games just come and go. So much fun to be had, but just lost opportunities at the end of the day. And of course, we gotta talk about this because today we have some really bad news going on with the whole initiative for support of libraries, preserving online games and stuff. And of course, it really doesn't seem too good for game preservation in the future. Really isn't promising at all, and I just really need to talk about it. But before we get into it, I would really appreciate it if you could just smash that like button and hit that subscribe bell. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So game publishers won't support libraries for preserving online games. ESA lawyer claims there is currently no legal way to keep online games active after official support has ended. So as reported by a game developer last week, ESA lawyer Steve England was asked about a theoretical scenario in which public libraries were permitted to preserve online video games after official support had concluded. In response, England said there was currently no combination of limitations ESA members would support to provide remote access. The ESA members include virtually every major game publisher, including Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, EA, Take-Two, all the big hitters. And currently video game developers and publishers have no legal obligation to maintain access to online services beyond their official support. It's also not currently legal for fans to resurrect online games that have been abandoned either, although this hasn't stopped several fans from putting efforts into older titles. This has led dozens of games to become completely unplayable, a number that only grows due to the prevalence of titles requiring an online connection and in some cases servers. And they do this so egregiously because sometimes there's no reason for games to even need to be connected to an online server, but they do it anyway, and it completely ruins the whole game preservation aspect of it. The game could go offline at any second. We see The Crew 2 literally went offline just a couple weeks ago, and that was super unfortunate as many people put hours and hours into The Crew. And of course you could get the cars over into Motorfest, but it's not the same. And moving on, England said that a physical location housing these games and allowing easy access isn't a solution in his opinion. He called this kind of access to the titles insufficient progress. And he was asked if having a physical location that would preserve online titles would be a good idea. And he said that it's not clear if it will actually be effective and they're not sure of how well it would work. In response to this, Video Game History Foundation director Phil Salvador said that public libraries are not best suited to the preservation efforts due to lack of manpower and scale of the issue. Last year, the Video Game History Foundation, in partnership with Software Preservation Network, claimed that 87% of classic video games released in the United States were critically endangered. And think about that, guys. That's a ridiculous number. 87% of all classic games. Think of all your favorite games growing up and just imagine that they all disappear in a blink of an eye. You don't get any support. They're not legally obligated to do anything to support these games, and they also said that it is illegal for third parties to do it. So it is unfortunate. The games may just be disappearing. There's no obligation. And I believe this really boils down to money, as the companies and developers would have to pour more money into these classic games to even get them preserved in the proper way and stuff. But that's really just my opinion, and of course yours are the one that really matters. I really want to know what you think about all this down in the comments below. It's been Barry Games. I really enjoyed kicking it with you. I really appreciate you if you're here with me at this point. And of course, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button as I make these gaming videos all the time. Don't forget, have a great day, and okay, bye.